How's it going? Welcome to day 2 of SteamFest 2026. Today we're checking out a game called Blossom: The Seed of Life. Now I've heard this is kind of like a mix between Astroneer as well as Planet Crafter. So we're on Mars, we're a small little robot, and we have to terraform the planet. That's where it's kind of like Planet Crafter. And then for the graphics, gameplay, mechanics, stuff like that, it's more like Astroneer. So two fantastic games. I'm kind of curious how they got them mixed. Now this one is actually almost ready for full release. At the time of recording this, we got about a week and a half, and it'll be full release. So hopefully the demo is fully fleshed out, we got everything good to go, and don't find too many bugs. So let's jump in and see what it's all about. So for difficulty, we got survival mode, default experience, with standard power usage and resource rates offering a balanced survival challenge. You got explore, which is a forgiving mode with 50% less power, water, and fuel consumption. So that's more of a relaxed gameplay. You got hardcore, it's probably locked out for the demo and just available in the full release. So let's do survival, kind of jump in and see what the default experience is all about. Okay, so system power is at 10%, all alone. System failure, recharge your battery. Is that the battery there? It's at storage, right? Storage T1. Have a crafting machine. Control panel. Battery right here. There we go, man. So, does that charge by itself? Or is that something we actually have to charge in another way? It's kind of weird being inside the building with the silhouette on the outside. So, core functions online. Install the mining module and upgrade your backpack. So how do we open... So tab and I do not open your backpack or inventory. Let's just do this. Forward, back, left, right, boost, jump, action, power stuff, next item. Backpack mode is B. That's kind of a weird key for that. I mean, B, backpack, kind of makes sense. Press B to toggle backpack mode. Not exactly sure what that means. Alright, so anyways, let's take a look at the crafting. We got to make a mining module, I'm guessing, and upgrade our backpack. So mining module V1 enables mining of resource deposits, okay? Guessing that it requires a small backpack plus power. So we got 730. We need 5. A backpack with 35 power units, 6 item slots, and 3 upgrade modules. So we're missing some of the iron ore. So that's why we have to do the mining module first, I'm guessing. We might be able to upgrade our backpack after that. Got an encryption key. Allows a manual override of the escape pod's control system. We need some copper and then Goliath chunk. Okay. E to craft. So recipe mining module V2 is discovered. Mining is now available in the control panel. So seems I can draw power from other machines. They give a little of their strength, and I carry it with me, like borrowed hope. I think I figured something out. If I connect these cables to the matching sockets, the machines start sharing power. They talk to each other in a way I suppose even circuits can have company. Let's watch the graphic real quick. So running from the battery to the door. Okay, so just kind of piggybacking off of each other. Oh, and then you on the outside. So how far does that cable reach? We'll have to see. For mining, I think this module responds to the power I carry. When I activate it, it lets me mine these strange shiny stones. Each one a different color, like forgotten pieces of a world that once was. Okay. So standard mining. Power's at 18%. Okay, let's do this. Did we hook that up? Maybe that happened whenever I clicked on it to use it, right? I gotta change my settings for my mouse real quick. Alright, so Power socket number 4. I'm not sure what... So the number 712 is how much power it has, I guess? I'm not sure what the 0 seconds is. Maybe that's how much it uses, right? And instead to take this one and hook it into there. Okay, that's what happened last time. I clicked on the machine and actually plugged it in and turned it on. So what's the deal for storage here? Maybe I need something in my actual inventory to access that. Upgrade our backpack. So for the V2 mining module, instead of going to use the first one, we need a medium backpack, the mining module, copper, silica, and then power. So the power is going down. Okay. So small backpack, iron ore, and then power. So we need to do some mining. So that consumes power to actually open and stuff. Okay. Oh, there's some ore there. Some up there as well. It is kind of like Planet Crafter. The world is kind of that orange color, and then as you terraform it, you start getting grass, some trees. There's something over there in the distance. Dude, the mouse movements are kind of weird. It's either really stiff or really moves around. So autosave complete. Iron's now available in the control panel. Can't pick up that one. How far can we go with our power cord? A good distance for the most part, right? What are you? Copper. Oh, it's on our backpack. I think that's like Astroneer as well, right? It's been a very long time since I played that game. Maybe 5 to 7 years. It's been a bit, man. It's been a bit. Oh, we're full. Okay, so that's where it said we can have 6 item slots. Right? So we got 3 here. Upgraded. So sprint module is discovered. Check out the control panel. So I can craft new things with this machine. It learns as I do. Every discovery I make, it remembers. Like we're both trying to understand this planet together. Look, dude. Understanding and learning is the basic core to anything really, right? So copper, it's near the base of mountains. Not too high, not too deep. Iron, beneath the flat ground. Quiet, dependable. It's like waiting for someone to remember it's still there. Okay, so that should be all over the place on a flat surface. And that'll be at the base of mountains. I like this, man. It's kind of nice. Tells you where to find stuff, how to do things, stuff like that. So recipe for the large backpack is discovered. And a light module. So out of control, craft the encryption key, insert the encryption key into the control panel, and deploy the printer. Okay. Adds a flashlight for use at night, so there's a day and night cycle. We can make that now. Let's see if that's part of the tutorial. Increases speed by 100% when running. Large backpack is 50 power units, 8 item slots, and 6 on the upgrade modules. Now for the power and stuff, when we're mining and not hooked up to the base here, how much does it cost to mine stuff, I wonder? We need to find sulfur ore and silica. Let's do this first. So copper ore and regoliath chunk. So we need to find that other chunk. Charge up. We're down to 684. How do we... It's a big rocket. How do we, hook up power to charge? So that's iron. Our backpack is actually taller is what it is. That's kind of neat, man. Is that one of the chunks that we need? I think we're at the edge of our cable. Ah, there we go. So we needed some of the sulfur. Looks like it's down there. How fast do we charge up to? We overweight? Nope. Just too far from this guy. Now how do we unhook? Q. Science. If we're over here, Okay, you can unhook from anywhere. Let's grab some of the sulfur down here. Oh, there's a building there as well. Tower. Lot of stuff, a lot of shiny. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. Don't roll down the hill, please and thank you. I'll tell you what. It tried. Okay, so that's done. Is that sulfur as well? That's 5 sulfur for each one. Okay. What is this? Can we climb the mountain? We can. Make sure that we can actually get out of the, the little hole in the ground. Silver! Okay. Oh, we can't. Requires a small size mining laser. Okay. So different tiers for different stuff. Let's grab one more of the sulfur. And we'll see back at base 2. Oh, power's almost down. That uses a ton! Okay, so mining uses quite a bit. Now, what happens if we run out of power? It's like I want to know, but I don't. Let's get back in here. We'll charge up, and we'll see about putting one of these items on our backpack onto that storage shelf. Okay, just like that. So 4 slots for storage. That is not very much, man. Alright, so one of these. Done. Insert it into the control panel. So, Regoliath is everywhere, scattered across the surface like dust on forgotten memories. Always there, always silent. That's a good thing sometimes. Be there, just be quiet. Sulfur lingers on the upper edges of deep craters. Not at the bottom. Not at the top. Just in between. Like I couldn't decide where it belongs. I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. Alright, so what do we have to do now? Oh, press R to insert the encryption key. Is that loot? Deploy the printer. Junior, I need some power, man. Okay. So that is very large. Does it need to go inside? Or outside? Definitely outside. So let's find a large flat area. I would say right over here. Stop it. So blueprint disk is now available in the control panel. Composite metal discovered. I'm not sure why I keep reading those from the bottom up. It happens. It happens. So optional, install the info module V2. Find missing vaults, 0 of 5. Install the blueprint disk into the printer. So what are you? There's power back here. So I guess that's the input. Nope, that's water. It says that input and output, but it's water, so that's kind of weird. So where is that running off of then? Just the base itself? So maybe the hookup by the door is not an actual hookup for the door. It's for the base wall? I'm guessing? Alright, so that's hooked up. So that's to make storage. 4 slots, 1 iron. Stores items and keeps your resources organized for easy access whenever you need them. Okay. That's what storage is, right? For the most part. Alright, so let's get some power. Is that our power on the backpack that's showing? Those bars? I think it is. It is, okay. Let's store this stuff here. What is the info module? Oh, upgrade our backpack again. So we need to find some silica. That's going to be blue. Let's leave these things here. Safekeeping and all. We went that way. Let's go this direction. Had to find where silica is. So down in there would be sulfur. There's some more of the Regoliath. There's a chest here. Maybe up there is the silica? Oh, blueprint vaults. There we go. There's one of the missing discs. With some copper. That's got to be the silica up there. Not too bad of a game, man. It's very barren and stuff right now, but don't forget, if you haven't ever played Planet Crafter, that's how it starts out there as well. The planet is super barren, not much around, but as you start progressing, terraforming a planet, you get grass, you get trees, you get wildlife, stuff like that. And that is silica. Fantastic. Let's grab a couple, because I'm not sure how many we needed. Oh, the power, dude, the power! It goes down so super fast. Which way's base? Over here. The very ginormous rocket. Can't really miss it. We might find out what happens if we run out of power. At least it charges fairly fast for the most part. So it's definitely going to be one thing we got to watch with this game is our resource management. As far as like power goes, I'm not sure what the water's for. It doesn't seem like we need to eat and things like that, so it's kind of nice. Not this, I want the cable. A guy needs some power, man. Disconnect. We almost ran out of power. Okay, it recharges very, very fast. That's kind of nice. And you're not sitting there forever waiting for it to charge. We can't get rid of this. No power left. Okay. Oh, we need sulfur. Let's grab some. Oh, we have some, right? Absolutely. Large backpack acquired. Construction module discovered. Autosave complete. Let's leave the disk right there. So all I have to do now is install the info module and find the rest of the missing vaults. Install the disk into the printer. Okay, so we can probably take this and put it right into the printer. Charge the rest of our battery back up. Oh, it has a number up there as well for the percent. That's kind of neat, man. It'll give you back some power. Now, can we move this once it's here? Hold on. There's not a way to pick it up and move it. Okay, so once you place it, it's there. I don't like that. In games, you should be able to move stuff around after you built them. There was a prompt. Oh, right here. It's on the front side. Okay. Making some noises. An extender. Equipped with power sockets to extend the power circuit. So I'm guessing what we can do is if the power cord only goes to like right there, right? Right here, this rock. We set up one of the power connectors. Hook it to there, then we can string it out even further. That's kind of nice, man. Alright, so we need to do some exploring and find the rest of those discs. Hopefully they're not too far away. Let's get our power all the way up. We won't do any mining. Now, for building that, that's a backpack. Let's see how we actually work out with the connector. Oh, we need composite metal. Okay. Little ways away from that. And it provides 4 of the sockets. So over there was 1. Let's go this direction. We can't go too far. Only go halfway down on the power. A little bit less than half. That way we can double back and find our stuff. Now, I'm not sure which direction we should be heading. Is there a map? Absolutely not a map. That's us, too. Kind of cool, man. Not too bad, dude. Not too bad. I kind of like the simple graphics in a way as well. Changes things up from the ultra-realistic that a lot of people try to do with survival games. Now, where's the other? Probably over there, that place, right? If we get over there, is there going to be power? That's a thing. There's something over here, too. Let's go this direction. See if we can actually reach that small little structure and steal some power from some of their machines if we can. Again, not sure what happens if we die. Can we save? Okay, it's already saved. Just in case. That way if we have to, we can actually reload this and be right back there. But yeah, we should be able to grab some power from this place over here, I think, right? That's what it said? Steal power from other machines? Now, I'm not sure if there's creatures on this game as well, or it's just all peaceful. Does it really look like we have any weapons? Let's go inside here. Fairly large building. So, can we charge? Can't reach you. Try it from down here. That's that's a cool jump, man. I mean, we are on Mars. Less gravity. I can't reach that for power hookup, though. Right here. Just a pass-through. Okay. Table. Blueprint vault. There we go. That's what we need, man. We can zoom in and out, which is kind of weird. It's backwards. Data recovery. Hold E to recover memory fragment. So chapter 2, the warning. When she spoke, the system responded calmly. They told her the probability of danger was insignificant. It's always a good thing to hear. There's any frightened more than any error. Okay. So that's number 13. During calculations late into the night, the results never changed no matter how many times she checked. That frightened her. It's not always a bad thing if your results don't change. That means they're kind of correct, right? Unless it's a bad thing, I mean, then I can understand that. What are you? Okay, a new deposit. So we need a bigger mining module to harvest that. Are you power? Broken fuel generator. Memory fragment. It's not letting me... Oh, I gotta hold it down longer. So chapter 6, the beginning. Humans left pieces of themselves everywhere. Kinda happens sometimes, just saying. And tools in places in forgotten corners of this world. I gather what remains, not because I was told to, but because allowing it to vanish creates inconsistencies I could not resolve. Okay. So our power's down to 47. There's no way to grab it here. Let's try to head back. Hopefully we can make it before we run out. I thought there was going to be a place here to grab some power, but obviously it's just a little lander. Kind of has me worried, not going to lie. I mean, we should be fine if we run in a straight line. A lot of stuff out here to mine as well once we upgrade our laser. Is that iron or something new? Iron. So, fun fact, jumping does not take any more power than walking. Kind of a good thing, right? I think what we'll do, drop off the memory fragments here, get some power, and then go to the tower over there. Looks to be a little bit closer than the place we just came from. So I think we should be okay. Now for the day and night cycle, okay, it is getting towards nighttime. I was going to say, what happens with that? We need to make one of the flashlights? Probably, right? I'm kind of worried about our power on this thing. So there's one. So that was some building parts it looked like, right? So that connects a circular and rectangular corridor. So different kinds of walkways. Interesting. That's a square one. Just a power extender. Okay. Let's do this. Let's look at the requirements to make a light. Install info module V2. So that's a compass HUD. Okay. Let's make that real quick. That's just two of the chunks. Enables deconstruction. Oh, there we go. Enables deconstruction, movement, and rotation of machines and buildings. Fantastic. Let's make that real quick. It is nighttime. Make this. And definitely make a light. So we need 1 copper, 2 copper, and 2 of the Goliath chunks. Let's get some power as well. So glad you don't have to sit here forever waiting for this to charge. Alright, so some of the chunks were over here. I know it's hard to see. It's nighttime. That's the way that it goes. There's one. So copper was, I think, right over there. Here's the other chunk that we need for the pink stuff. That's copper there. Let's just grab this one. You know for sure that's what we need, and then make those parts. Watch, as soon as we get the light made, it'll be daytime and we won't need it. The way that it goes, man. 2. Exactly what we need. Do we have them both? Absolutely. So it's kind of cool. You got to have a module to move the items around. I was very worried that it was going to be stuck. And wherever we place it, that's kind of where it is, you know? Should always be able to move stuff around in building games. Wonder if we can increase our speed too. Wasn't there a sprint module? I do like how there's no stamina. Holy crap, dude. That is very, very nice. Look, man. I get it in games. Survival games. Open world games. Stamina is a thing. But, dude, it's getting old in games. It really is. So, construction module. Thank you. So, new discovery. Okay. We got the info module. Info module 2 is discovered. Okay. And then the light. So we got overlay module with some of the silica. Enables power overlay. Not sure what that is. So let's grab 4 iron and 1 silica. Make these 2 items here. And for the info module. Okay, so 2 of the iron ore. So we need 2. We need 6 iron and 1 of the blue stuff. Let's do the blue stuff first. Longest distance. Top of the hill over here. Oh, wait, we got the flashlight. Oh, fantastic, man. That is a very nice flashlight. Super bright at your feet, and then kind of goes in a very large cone shape. Oh, dude, I am so glad it's not just a small little circular light, you know? So I wonder if things actually respawn as you mine them up. Probably not. I hope not, because it kind of forces you to get out and explore further away from base, you know? Let's grab 1 of these. That's a big one. It's very bright. And then we needed 6 of the iron, which is all over the place. And we'll have to do that in 2 trips. Not a big enough backpack. Yeah, the mining uses a ton of power. Maybe the version 2, well, 1, let us mine stuff that's bigger, then 2, not use as much power. Hopefully. Grab 1 more. Then we'll head back, do what we can, charge up. Actually, 2, 4. Actually, we got enough slots. 2, 4, 6. Oh, we got 8 on this now. Okay, that kind of works. Let's grab you. You are the chosen one. There might be something new up there, too. Above our head. Not sure if you can see it on the recording. The stars actually move as well. That's kind of neat, man. That is a power drain from the light being on. That's kind of weird. That's a different way to change your view. What button was it for the light? R. Very weird key. Just saying. Light should be L. It's a very slow drain. Okay, it does seem like the drain's a little bit faster, possibly. Charge up some real quick. Alright, so, a lot of stuff to make. Info module V2. Optional, but we have to do it. That's the way that it goes. Module V3, okay. So, do we need to install the module in the other one? Because this requires a V2 to make the V3. I'm not sure. Sprint module. So boost is now available in the control panel. Press shift. Okay. Makes sense. So press 1 to enable the power overlay. Oh, okay, just lights up the power cords. Makes it easier to see. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. I kind of figured it was something like that. I wonder what it had to do with the water as well. We're down at 394 on our power. Okay. Battery is overcharged. Not sure what that means. So we cannot install the info module. What is that all about? Let's check the control panel real quick. You don't know until you know, you know? So, blueprint disk can be installed on the back of the printer. They teach it to build machines. Each one is a step towards turning this planet green again. Compass helps me find my way. It even remembers where I've fallen before. Thank goodness, so we can die. My old body's silent markers of mistakes I survived. Okay. This module lets me reshape what I built. Okay, that's the one for moving stuff around. I can deconstruct, move, and rotate machines as needed. Materials return, but the power spent never does. Some choices still have weight. Okay, so if it stores power, we're going to lose it pretty much. So probably a battery. If we can make more of those, we'll lose all the power inside. Maybe for the storage as well. It says right there for the storage. So if something's in the storage, it'll probably get rid of that as well. You just get the parts back for making it. Okay. So this planet has nights. Darkness falls even here. I'm glad I have lights, a small defiance against the void. There's some resources and stuff. So the scroll up and scroll down is inverted, which is kind of weird. Not sure why. So with the power overlay, I can see every circuit. Each one is glowing in its own color. So it does have the water and power, I guess? It's like the machines are speaking and I'm finally learning how to listen. Okay. So that's done there. Let's get some power. Head to this other area over here and try to grab the remaining discs. Oh, let's install these too. Wait. Where's the other discs? Five missing vaults, 3 of 5. Install the blueprint discs into the printer, 1 of 5. Did we not grab them from over here? Give me a second, let me run back over here. Where was over here? Is it this way? Over that way? There's our sprint speed. Where's the place we just came from where we found that other stuff? Maybe I didn't pick up the actual stuff from the vaults. I think it's over here, right? Dude is getting it with his little legs, man. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. So I think sprinting uses more power. Not too sure, kind of seems like that. But if we don't have any of the discs in these 2 crates, then I'm not sure what to do. Those are gone. I'll have to look back at the recording to see what happened with those. Huh. Because they're not on our backpack. Right? It's all gone. Alright, back to base. Let's grab some power. And what we'll do is head over to the tower over there. I need to double check whenever we find one of the vaults to see what's in them. Maybe they're just some of the vaults and we're not finding the power in them. Or not the power, but the blueprint discs. That might be what it is. We're finding something else. So maybe a small little mining outpost? Little drill, it seems like, right? Something over there in the distance as well. Yep. Okay, we cannot land on that. Copy that. We actually access this for anything. I don't think so. It might just be a marker so you come over here to explore it. Is that a ship? Over there? Interesting. Well, maybe that's there just to pull your attention to come this direction. I mean, that's kind of nice as well. Maybe we'll have some power over here. Hopefully, because we're down to 66%. So that's green. Not sure what that means. Alright, stop sprinting. It's water connector. No power. Okay, so blueprint vault. I think I didn't collect the other ones. Oh no, did I break it? So we're gonna be shy 2 of them, right? So chapter 1, a world that was kind. They often ask if I could feel. I was taught to say no. I noticed how their faces softened whenever I stayed beside them anyways. So children spoke to me as if I understood everything they felt. They told me secrets, dreams, and worries meant for no one else. I listened carefully, even when I didn't understand why their voices trembled. Okay. So what is that? Storage? Okay. We can take it with us. Not sure why you would, but you can. Dude, I think I might have messed up and lost those other two discs, right? Let's head back, get some power, turn these in, and see what happens. Yeah, I have to look back on the recording to see what happened. We might have to just reload the save and start back from there. There's a lot of progress in between. Now, there's stuff on the top up here, too. That's the one we went to already, I think. And those two might be new. We'll have to see. Again, I wasn't paying attention that we had to pick stuff up, so... That's uranium. Definitely not safe to handle. I'm just saying. We need a different mining laser to grab that. But yeah, hopefully they have it set up to where you can't soft lock yourself out if you don't pick up the right things. Maybe there's more than we need. Okay. We're going to have a power problem here. And we might find out what happens if we run out of power. We're fine, dude. We're fine, man. We're fine. Plenty of power to get back. Now, it seemed like the deconstruction did not use any power. There we go. Charge up. Unhook that. Outside, not inside. Alright, let's give you these. Okay, maybe I... Wait, we did turn in the other ones, right? Okay, wait a minute. We did, because it unlocked the other two things, right? We had the... Yeah, these. Okay, so I'm not losing my mind. So why is it still showing 1 of 5? Maybe it's not the right ones? Yeah. See, I thought we grabbed the other ones and brought them back. So that's more the build parts. Okay. So are we looking for specific parts? So there's some that way. Very close. Some that way. Some that way. Let's get power. We'll figure it out. This part has me kind of confused, though. We're running very low on power for the base, though. That has me very, very worried. So eventually, we should be able to find something unlocked that will generate power, right? One would hope, one would think. So there's one there. There's another huge machine that way and that way. Okay. So there's another one. Let's grab this one too. Maybe we're supposed to find the ones out in the world here. That was a drill one. We tripped. It happens. Fuel generator. Okay. So I'm thinking we might have gone to those other locations. And we need to later on, but... that might not be where we had to go to get the parts for the current mission. Let's go back here and turn them in. See if that number changes. If so, we got one over there. That should be the last one. See, well, we got the power. Let's just go over to it. Alright, last one. Battery. Nice, dude. Nice. I bet that's what it is. We had to go to those certain ones to grab those blueprints. I mean, it kind of works. Went over there, got some of those memory module things over there as well. Found out there's a ton of stuff to explore. Kind of excited about. Alright, so... Absolutely. So glass is discovered. Pressure core. So oxide rod. Gonna be for fuel generation, maybe? Copper wire? There we go. What's next? So build a battery, generate power. Ship's battery is 276 remaining. I know, man, it's getting very, very low. So, the battery need a power cell. Fuel generator. Composite metal. Where do we get the composite metal at? So it analyzes terraforming activities across the planet using the data to develop new technologies and produce blueprint disks. Okay. Okay. Storage. So the drill will need the pressure core and composite metal. Drills into the ground and releases small amounts of carbon dioxide to increase atmospheric pressure. Words are hard sometimes. Increasing the pressure will clear the fog from the planet. Oh, fantastic. Terraforming already. I mean, it's under the terraforming tab, but you know what I mean. Building parts. So maybe we have those build parts inside here too, right? So we get the power. Let's fill up. So it provides a small amount of burning capacity and serves as fuel for the power generators. Cores, there's a pressure core. Complex device that can extract carbon dioxide from soil. So copper and sulfur. There's a composite there. So iron and the chunks. Okay. Let's grab some iron and chunks after we find the door. And the first thing we need to do is get the ship's battery going. It might, in the game, if we don't do it quick enough, right? I'm guessing. Have to start all over. Small chunk right here. I don't think we need copper at the moment, right? Let's get one more of the chunks. And maybe a small amount of iron. There's a chunk right there on the top. So far, the game has been very, very good about explaining stuff, except for the part with the blueprints, where we went exploring over that way. I didn't realize that we had to go to the ones on the compass. Now, it never told us to make one of those, too. So if you don't make one, and you don't find the other containers, that could be a problem, right? Alright, so I know we need this for sure. And then what do we need for the generator? Is that out here? Fuel generator. So copper wire. That's all we need. And for that, obviously we need the copper, right? So 2 copper ore. Let's get some power. I'm not sure why all the crafting is in one space. You got one out here, one in there. Now I know later on, there's going to be a ton of different crafting stations, but for starting off, I think just one station would be, I mean, a little bit better. Again, my opinion. So there's one. We need one more. It's a lot of the little chips around here, the red ones, pink ones. We need them later on. Here we go. 2 on this one. We'll grab both if we can. We can't. Of course not. I wonder, will that despawn? Nope, because there's one right there from earlier. Alright, so, copper wire. Please and thank you. And then out here, I like the backpack, man. It is super cool. We'll do the generator. Let's put it over here. And then That'll be by the main power for that, right? It's got the radius there, too. Obviously, you can see it, where you can build at. Let's do it over here. Let's turn around. Can we rotate this? You can. Like that. Okay. Doesn't really matter, but it is an option. And then go to there. So now we need a fuel rod, right? Is that made in here or inside? This will be made inside. Let's see what we need real quick. Power is getting dangerously low. Fuel. One more of the chunks. Not a problem. There's one over here somewhere. Let's grab this too. This as well as the other copper. There's one there. Where's the copper at? Doesn't matter. Let's grab this. I keep trying to sprint, but it's not a hold down. It's a toggle. So that sound is. Alright, so one of these. And there's another battery we can make too, right? So what is... It's a power cell. Okay. Pressure core. Wasn't there a battery to make? Oh, right here. Oh, we need a power cell. Okay, that's what it was. I knew there was something to go on with that. So one sulfur. Do we have that in here? Absolutely not. We got space for one. Let's drop off a couple items here. So... Okay, you can select what you want to leave here. That's kind of neat, man. Let's leave the other iron chunk. We'll drop off the other iron. There we go. Let's fill up. Now we should be able to put the core in here, right? No power connection. Disconnect. Connect you. Here's a fuel rod. We can put in 2. Do we need 2? Are we generating power? 158. Let's grab you. Make one more. It might need 2 to run. Not that. Batteries are full. Oh, maybe we have to hook it up to a normal battery. Okay, let's do this. We need the sulfur so we can make our own battery. We can't recharge the ship's battery. That's kind of interesting. Kind of weird. I think we just needed 1, right? Let's grab 2, just in case. Or 3. I mean, whatever works, right? No! It runs out of power so fast when you're mining, man. Almost there. Don't fail me now, Junior. You're fine. We're here. We're here. That should be enough. So we need the power cell to make a battery. Backside over here. So I'm guessing eventually we'll leave the ship, right? And move out to a different place for our base. I haven't even been looking at the left side over there about what we need to do. It says to build a battery, so we're getting there, man. We're getting there. So 50 power storage, not very much at all. That's very tiny. We'll set it up right here. I want to do it right here. Just for the moment. We can always move it later on. Easy, man, easy. It keeps going to where my cursor is after you're done moving. I mean, it's good for a manual placement, but if you move, it's in front of you. Then it snaps to wherever your cursor is. So if it's over here, it'll snap over there. All right, stop. Let's put it right there. And what we can do is hook you into there. Now, can this be hooked into the ship's battery? Give it a second. What's the ship battery at? Can't see it. It's at 100. So yeah, I'm guessing we need a ton of the batteries. So, for 50, how much does it cost to refill our backpack? Wait. Stay in there. Unhook you. So that's fully charged. Let's do some science, man. Drilling takes a ton of power. Let's get our power down and see how much we actually pull from that 50. We're charging our backpack. Let's grab one more. We'll need it eventually. I want to build some more of the batteries anyways. It seems like that the generator turned off too when the battery is full, which is kind of nice. That way you're not wasting all of your fuel, right? Cool game, man. I like it so far. It's very, very nice. Again, only part that I really have a problem with is the beginning with the blueprints. So, that was at 50. 23. Okay. What did it say that the medium backpack holds? Or the large one? There's not another backpack in here to check. Overlay module 2. Planet overlay. I mean, while we're here. Got all this stuff. Might as well make it. So 2 to enable planet overlay. Holy crap, dude. That's a lot of stuff. So we got pressure. That's going to be fog clearance. Look, dude, words. It's the atmosphere, man. We're on Mars. We got dust storm dissipation, planet frosting, soil, stuff with temperatures as well, and oxygen. Okay. We're getting into the planet crafter part of the game. So that's 2. How do we turn it off? Oh, there we go. I forgot about that. We can just press 1 and it'll show how much we have on stuff. Batteries are full. I want to make some more batteries real quick. We need to deploy a drill, deploy a second drill, and then the fog and dust storms will disperse. So let's make another battery just to be somewhat safe. And for that, we needed power cell. So we need one more copper, which there was one laying on the ground out here. Try to grab it if we see it. If not, it's not a big deal. Not that guy. It's fine. Let's go over here. We'll grab one. I want to leave one for science and see if we reload the save. If it removes the mined but not picked up items. We just need a 1, right? Controls are a little bit weird too. The mouse seems to be very, very sporadic. Is there a mouse smoothing in this? Controller, orbits, camera orbit, zoom sensitivity. Is that what we're talking about? So if I move my mouse very fast, it barely moves. If I go very slow, It turns really fast. I don't know if there's a way to change that. It needs to be on. Oh, off. Okay, it's on now. Brightness, UI scale. That was under general. Graphics. Okay, not sure what all that is. But yeah, it's very weird with the... It's almost like there's mouse smoothing turned on or something automatically. So, make our power cell, make our other battery, and we'll work on some of the drills. So, power cell. That was our light. We glow at nighttime. That's kind of neat, man. So you need some power. What we need is one of the connectors, too. So let's do this. Actually, the ship is almost out of power. So... we can't charge this. That's super weird, right? Now with this... oh, you know what? Hold on. Science. It's not a door. If we... unhook this, right? Can this go outside? It can't. It automatically unhooks if you go outside the doors. Okay. So if we unhook that battery, can we hook up this one and run it that way? Oh, we can. Okay, so everything inside works now. Right? Absolutely. Alright, so that kind of works. So that battery is just for starting off, and then once it's empty, it's empty. Okay, not a big deal. Double check. We are fully charged now. Okay, so that works. So we need to set up a connector for that right here. To be able to run power into the base to use those items, and then to also use that. And then we can work on the drill and stuff. Plus another battery. So, you into here. Let's do the battery first. Now we should be able to piggyback that off of one onto the other one. There we go. And technically we can do this into there, right? So that's all powered. No, not there. Look, look. Operator error. For some reason I thought we had 3 connectors on this one. It's not. It's just 2. Okay. Disregard, man. Disregard. It's all the Mars air, man. It's clogging up my thinking. So let's get a composite metal. Make a connector. Put it right here. That'll be for the base. Plus that. Plus us for charging out here. So one composite. That's going to be one more of the red chunks. Wait, 0 power. Oh, because it's not hooked up. Okay, look, dude. The power is kind of confusing to me, okay? It's not my fault. Disconnect. Connect. One composite. And one connector. Hook it back up again. There we go. Alright. That is what I wanted. So, let's rotate you a little bit this way. Set you right there. Now my brain can stop hurting. Holy crap, dude. Scary part is, my brain operates like this in real life. So it's not while just playing games. It's all the time. I know. So that's there. Power over there permanently. Power into here. Nope. Absolutely not. Power into here permanently. And then power for us to charge if we need to, right? Absolutely. Alright, so there we go. So how is the fuel rods? Does it tell us the percent? It did. So batteries are full. How is the rod, though? Just says cooling down. Batteries are full. So it only shows whenever it's charging, I guess. Whenever it's running. How much it's producing. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so next operation is to deploy a drill. Now that's over here, right? So we need pressure core and composite metal. So for the composite, we need some of the red chunks. One up here. Let's grab 2 if we can. One more here. Let's see what else we're going to need. We got some of the sulfur on our back. Probably need some of the copper, maybe some of the iron. Which don't forget, on the inside, we got some storage there too. It has stuff on it. Alright, so we need iron. And then what was the other item? Pressure core. One silica. So that's a blue stuff right here. I kept running all the way to the far mountain. Got some right here. And that kind of works out. Now it's close. Now that we got power that's not running out. Dude, that's kind of stressful trying to get the power up and running right before we ran out, you know? Alright. Fun game so far. I do like it, man. I do like it. So one of you. Power's low. Let's grab some real quick. So one drill. That thing is ginormous. Do we need power for it? I mean, probably, right? That would make sense. Let's set it up right over here. Nope, not over there. Let's rotate it to see if we got some connectors. Aha, right there. Power. So we'll do 2 of these. So one here. Right. Let's go ahead and just make the second one. So we need another one of the sulfur chunks and one more of the red things too. And probably a little bit more of the iron. We got one more or 2 more in the base. There's one of the chunks there that we need. Then we need one more of the silica as well. So give me that. We'll get that one in a minute. Let's grab the sulfur. Recharge. Grab the silica, and that'll be the second one. Then we need to set up some of the connectors to be able to run those, right? I can't remember what we need for the connectors, but everything should be fairly close for the most part. We need to see about the next size on the mining drill. 1, for grabbing the bigger stuff, and 2, just to make life easier for, hopefully, it won't use as much power. Grab this while we're here. A couple of those things around. They're kind of rare, but not really. So composite and a rod, right? Silica. Iron. Oh. There we go. Okay. Let's get some power. And grab one more of these guys. And that will be the second drill. Kind of curious what happens with the dispersion of the fog and stuff. Haven't really seen a dust storm yet. I'm totally fine with that, just saying. Almost. Fantastic. And we need to see what we need for the connector, because that's built in here, right? Another composite. Okay, let's do this now. And then what we'll do is rotate this way. Kind of just daisy chain it from that one to this one. And that should reach to that guy, I think. Absolutely. Wait, nope. There we go. There you go, little buddy. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Nice, man. Nice. Let's make our second one. So I think all we need is the composite, right? One more of these. Just enough. And then we need one more of the cores. Perfect. So we're at 2% with the current one drill going. We'll do the second one. Right over here as well. Face that direction. And then turn the power this way. We'll check our one little battery too to see how that guy's kind of running. There we go. So the two batteries are running fine. Keep forgetting we got the overlay. So 48 and 13. I want to see if our power is going up or going down. Looks like we're holding steady at the moment. Slowly going up. Okay. So if we got anything else hooked up, we get another one of the generators. So the fuel's at 363 of 400. Okay, that's what I was looking for earlier. It doesn't show unless it's running. Well, that kind of makes sense. Charge rate is +1 a second. So the extenders do tell the drain rate. I would like to see the drain rate on the battery itself. Right? That way it's like pulling everything from here versus having to split up. Easier to kind of tell total what your draw is. I think we're fine. We're not at even half yet. Half a 0.5, you know, per second. Nice. Okay, so that's done. So deploy a terraforming analyzer. Acquire a blueprint from that as well. So where is that at? Right here. So all we need is glass. And uses 10 of our 74 power. So for glass, silica. That's it. I like it. Is that going to need power? It does. Of course it does. Everything needs power. So we need to set up one more of the connectors. Let's cancel this. We need another composite. So we need one more of the red chunks and then probably some more of the iron. Let's grab both. Set up one more of those. We'll set up the analyzer and might kind of call it on this for right now. So far, it's been a very, very cool demo. Having a lot of fun with it. I wouldn't mind doing a series on it. If you want to see a series of this on the channel when it fully releases in about a week and a half, let me know. Because I'm definitely interested in playing more of this. It's kind of cool, man. I'm kind of curious how far it goes on progression as well. But there we go. Pressure stage 1 is achieved. So it said that'll remove some of the fog, right? I think we can actually see further. So we can kind of see the structure back over there above our head. We couldn't see that before. Same with the stuff over there, too. Ah, dude, so much stuff to explore. And there is a little carts, too, I think. I saw on the trailer that you hook up, and they follow you. And you can fill those guys up with some power. You can fill up with the stuff on your back. That's kind of like how it is over on Astroneer as well. So composite. And then power extender. Let's put this one over here. Turn around some. Set it right there. And what we'll do, unhook you. Plug you in there. We'll grab this one for you. And then let's build the analyzer. We'll set it up over here on the corner and use this far side. Got one more back here we can hook up to run power that direction. It's going to be a spider web very, very fast. This part, too, is a little bit awkward with placing things down. I wish it was like this all the time and not connected to you like that. Just have it to wherever my mouse is. That's where it's at. So set you up right there. And then right there. So acquire a blueprint from the analyzer. 2 new blueprints. Okay. Oh, there we go, man. We got some of the car's storage module for it. Oh, bigger battery. Okay, I was wondering about that. Mining laser module, bigger storage. We got a fuel generator version 2, bigger drill, and scanning module. Okay, so we'll get both of these, right? I got more stuff here too. Power extender, battery, proximity charge, wind generator, auto storage. Interesting. Heaters, bigger batteries, mining drone platform. Okay. Not available in demo, but we got a scanner, another auto storage, water tank, mining laser, water extender, water tank, water pump, genetic collider. No idea what that is. Sprinklers, carbon extractor, structural base frame, and more stuff for building. Energy channel unit. Orientation module. Wait a minute. What is that? Not sure. Let's unlock this, though. I'm pressing R. I was pressing E. Look, dude, it happens, man. It happens. It's stored on the ground. Well, I'll tell you what. And then over here. I was going to leave it right here and kind of call it, but I think what we might want to do is build the other stuff. We might be not too far from being done with the demo. I'm not sure how many hours long it is the thing, right? So we need copper wire and then a composite. Let's grab both. So copper wire will be copper, obviously. Grab a couple from over here. We find some more of the little Goliath parts like this. Grab some of those. Seem to need quite a few of these. And I wonder if our backpack gets upgraded later on as well. For a larger size. That might be kind of the max on the backpack, but then you use the car storage for more stuff. Again, kind of like Astroneer is. Kind of makes me want to jump back into that game. Been a long time since I last played that, but it was pretty cool. So there we go. Pressure stage 2 is achieved. Now there's the stuff here. So fog clearance is almost ready. That's at 690. We're at 650. I'm guessing once that gets done, maybe it'll work on the dust storm dissipation. That starts at 690 up to 700. And then planet frosting goes from 700 to 850. Okay, so it is like a different progress system. Progression system, however you want to say it. And how is our batteries and stuff? Are they keeping up? We need another one of the, oh no, fuel. Make some fuel rods. Let's make these first. We'll make both of them. I don't want to run out of power. So for those little chips... Oh, wrong thing. Unhook. There we go. Wait. Stab it. Those little chips. We're going to be going through a ton of those things, man. Now, there is wind generation and stuff like that later on. So how is our batteries? Absolutely empty. We're charging. How much do you use? Okay, use 0.03. 0.03. Again, show me my total draw. on stuff, right? We are charging. We got 3 and 3 on the battery, so that is working. We need some more of the the red chunks. We got 2 more blueprints available as well from the analyze station. Let's grab some of these. I'm curious about the car. I mean, really, everything we built has just been from resources that are close by. I have no idea how big the map is, but we probably won't have a shortage of these parts. At least not for the demo. Got room for one more? Absolutely. There's another one there, too. I like the jumping, man. It's kind of cool, dude. Kind of cool. Just saying. Alright, so we needed composite and a copper, I think. And just some power. Okay. We can make the storage module. So stores items and keeps your resources organized for easy access whenever you need them. Can only be attached to a wagon. So let's wait to make that until our power comes up. We'll do this. What do we need for another one of the generators? Let's make that now. That's all the stuff that we have. We got to make some more. So we'll place this one. Easy. Don't be weird. Where is the connector? Right there. Place you here. We need another one of these. Actually, we can probably just run it from that to here. Need to make some fuel rods. We got just enough. Will that charge us? It does, very slowly, but it does charge us as well. We plug that in, there's no way to charge ourselves, right? Oh, there is, on the front side. So batteries should be charging fairly well. We're at 2 a second for the power. Okay, let's do this. That is super fast compared to hooking up directly to the thing. Okay, that's drained out. We need to grab stuff for the copper wire again, as well as the fuel rod. Fuel rod? No, the composite. And that'll make the car. Alright, so we got the parts, and I think we got enough power too, right? Absolutely. Got plenty of that. We're almost done with the dispersion of the fog and dust storms. See what happens. Almost. Give it a second. Anytime now. There we go. 100%. So the fog is fully cleared from the planets. Let's get up on one of the hills real quick and see. Super easy to see now. There we go, man. Look at us. Terraforming the planet and all. So very long range on viewing. Again, kind of wish we could see with a map how big the actual planet is. Oh, that looks so much better, man. So, let's check out the car. And we got blueprints too available in the analyze station. So, the wagon. Just build it, I guess right here. And a storage module up on top. Cool. Alright, so let's check it out in here in the control panel and see how these work. So the planet overlay. This module shows me the planet changing slowly, quietly. A record of my efforts to bring back life. Proof that even the weirdest things grow. Not always a safe thing, just saying. So we know about the fuel generator. So for the wagon, they don't need power. If I connect to them, they simply follow. Like they trust me to lead without question. That's a dangerous thing. So it's not a power hookup, that's for following you. So when my backpack is full, this module lets me carry more, like an extra pocket for hope. Or just more rocks. Hope is definitely a good thing. So we know about that, know about that. So we know about the terraforming too. Kind of cool stuff there too. It shows. Oh man, cannot wait to see the planet totally green. All right, so check for blueprints. 6 new blueprints. Oh, dude. So we got all the stage 2 battery, mining laser, storage, fuel generator, drills, scanner module. Give me everything. Keep pushing E instead of R. Wrong button. It happens. Are we full? Oh, we're full. Wait. There we go. Give it a second. Thermogel is discovered. Okay. Silver wire discovered. Running out of power here. Let's grab a little bit of power for us. There we go. So that has a better fuel generator, it said, too, right? Did I drop one of these? I think I did. Unhook this. Unhook it. There we go. So a lot of stuff here unlocked now. Alright, so same thing, just better. We need a silver wire. Okay. 2 composites. So it generates power using the Re-Goliath fuel rods, burning them. Increase efficiency. Okay. Plus 25 on the efficiency. 4 of the fuel slots and 1.5 on the power generation. So 1.5 times what this is. That's kind of nice, man. Storage. 2, 4, 6 versus 4. That's just iron. That's going to be for some composites as well. Mining laser module. That's for the car. Extracts easy to break resources deposits using the precision laser. Can only be attached to a wagon or a rover. So is that like automatic? You get near it and it automatically mines it? That's kind of neat, man. A battery module as well. So that'll be for away from base. 1 power cell. Very, very cheap. Scanning module. Protect small resource deposits. So, science. Let's grab a sulfur real quick. We'll grab the sulfur, see about the battery, hook the card up, do a small little run with it. I think we'll go ahead and leave the demo here. Seems like there's a ton to the demo. It's a very interesting game. I don't want to get too far in the demo and then do a series on it and have to redo everything, you know what I mean? But I do want to check out the car since we got it made. It's a lot easier to see with all the fog on. I mean, it's kind of the way that it works, but it's super nice to see without the haze. Oh god, looks kind of cool, man. Be cool if we could change the colors on them too from just red. Him, her. Blossom, I guess it's a girl. I like the jumps. Let's get some power real quick. Charge up. And then power cell. And I'm hoping this kind of goes on one of the slots on the top there. Ooh. It doesn't go here. Oh, wait a minute. What do we need? Do we need another one of the rovers? Let's make a copper wire real quick. We might need a separate one for the battery. Right? And one for storage. So 2 more on the copper. Make a wire. I'm guessing that might be the silver. We'll bring the car over here and double check and see what that is too. Alright, copper is acquired. There we go. How's our batteries and stuff? Oh, fantastic, man. We're almost full on the power. So 1 more of these. And then let's do Okay, that's what it is. Alright, so we have that. How do we charge? That's power. So that holds 50. So what we can do is put this to there. Unhook you. Wait. There we go. Don't deconstruct. Hook you up. And off we go. And off we go. Is that not how this works? Maybe this is the front? Oh, it is. Okay. That's kind of neat, dude. That's kind of neat, man. So how does it work out with our power? Is it just permanently hooked to us? Oh, it is. No power use. So that'll drain the battery first. Okay. Let's see what this is up here. It might be silver. And we'll see how the storage on the car works. And leave it here. Oh, that's fantastic, dude. So I wonder how many of these cards you can actually hook up. Might be unlimited? Have a huge train? Our battery's still doing fine. So let's unhook you. Doesn't say how much is in there. The number readout. It says 0. Oh, you know what? Are we out of power already? Oh, that doesn't last long at all, dude. Yeah, it's out. So oh, that's aluminum. Oh, there's a ton of stuff around. Dude, there are buildings everywhere, man. Something down there as well. Little drill. Okay, so it's not going to be where I thought there was going to be silver. I don't want to mine too much because we're almost out of power. That did not last very long at all. So for storage... it's just 4 slots for each one. I'm sure later on we can upgrade. It's only a T1 storage module. You can't really look at it from down here either. You gotta be... okay. That looks kind of broken. Not really broken, but kind of weird. I wanted to jump on top of this. You can't. You can't jump on top. Okay. That's fine. So all you gotta do is store stuff like that. Have your battery power. Upgrade the battery, of course. That didn't last. That didn't last long at all. But it might be better used for the mining laser. But the problem is... that'll drain out before you get to where you're going. Now, I wonder, if we hook the battery up on the back side of that, will we still get power through the line? Or is that how you separate to where that doesn't drain down before you get to your destination if you want to use a mining drill? I'm not too sure. Do some science with that in the full series that we'll do. I think we're going to go ahead and do it in full series. If you want to see one, still let me know. But I think we'll do one, man. This thing is fantastic, dude. Let's get up here. Drop this stuff off. And I'm not sure if we're going to actually continue from the demo to the full game. Probably not. But dude, that's a ton of progress you can make in just a demo. We still got more stuff that we can actually unlock and build. Especially with this, right? So all this stuff can get unlocked in the demo. It's a ton of stuff to unlock and build within the demo. More stuff here too. Solar panels. Tier 3 on the drills. Massive amount of stuff. I like it, man. I like it a lot. This game is fantastic, dude. Dude, well, not too bad of a day, man. Really, really like this game. It's been pretty good for the progress so far. Ton of stuff you can do for a demo, man. That's a lot of progress. All the way up to tier 3 on some items. Everything's explained very, very well, except for that one part with the blueprints. I thought we had to go out and explore to find them, but it was just ones in the world. It counted towards the progress for opening them, but not for the ones that we turned in. Specific ones you got to do for that, so it should probably lead you towards that. If we wouldn't have had the compass and stuff, probably wouldn't have shown up on the map there. But so far, man, this has been a very, very well-made demo, and like I said, ton of stuff for you to do. However, we are going to go ahead and leave this one here. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.